Okay, we're back with Chris White with Freedom Hard. Sorry, I had to take that quick break. Ooh, we had so much trouble at the beginning of the call. Now I need to just chill out for a second. So, Chris, Facebook is doing what they started to do with their analytics, and they're starting to kind of shut down on you because they didn't like your message. And your message is basically patriotism, and that upset them. Is that correct? He's still sitting there because he can't hear me. Hey, Chris, can you hear me now? Tell me about starting Freedom Hard. There's always a way around this stuff. Talk for me. Come on, Chris. Tell me. I'm absolutely...
Tell you about starting Freedom Hard?
Yes. Excellent. And I don't know if
Can you
he's
hear me?
frozen. There we go. I can hear you. Bless his little heart.
Sure. So after facing some of those restrictions that Facebook had on me, I decided that's it. The last time that I went into Facebook jail, I'm going to use this time to create my own social network. And so what I did was I reached out to the audience of Facebook and asked, is there an appetite for anyone who would be interested in supporting a social network that's based on the theme that Freedom Hard has kind of created? No censorship, absolutely freedom of speech, all the freedom that you can handle. And the response was overwhelmingly positive. And so I spent a few weeks working with some developers, and then we created a brand new social media platform, which is now the business that Freedom Hard is in. So it's really cool. About a little bit more than 2 weeks ago, we went live with the platform. I kind of visited with some of the developers inside the platform before we broadcasted it. And you fast forward over the past couple weeks, we now have a pretty cool platform. I mean, it's absolutely no censorship. Anyone can create a user account that's free. You can also create groups, business pages. We've already seen about 16 or 17 different businesses that have come onto the platform and created their business page so that they can advertise their services, their products, whatever. We have, God knows, dozens upon dozens of groups of all different topics, anything from cat lovers to we the people, 3%ers, lawn services. I mean, you name it. We have a whole bunch of different support groups that are out there, and literally hundreds of people are joining daily to the new social network that we created, which is pretty cool. So I'm trying to get the word out currently about the platform, but I'm also trying to do that in twofold, right? So it's advertise the platform so that users can come and join it, who believe in the things that we do, create their groups and business pages, but I'm also trying to raise enough capital to where we can get through beta testing and roll out the apps for both iOS and Android alike.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Awesome. Yay. Something's working right. You know what happened? I talked a lot of shit about the fact that my interview with Chris was going to be way better than his interview with Izzo. And look what happened. Friggin'
A lot of technical
sabotaged myself.
difficulties.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't have said anything. So now look what happens. Okay, so I love Freedom Heart. I've been playing with it. That is what she said. Do I have a bell? I've been playing
That's
with
what.
it. And you're right. It is very familiar too. And that's kind of the thing. People are very familiar with Facebook, the way it works, where you look for different things. And so what you have with Freedom Hard right now is similar enough to that it works really well. So I want you to tell me about what is next for you now that you've got just the web up.
Sure. So what's next for Freedom Hard? So right now I'm traveling. I'm a road warrior right now, trying to get the word out. So I'm literally in Salt Lake City right now. My plan is to visit with the Black Rifle Coffee guys here this afternoon. talk to them about joining the platform, creating their business page there. And no one's just gonna just jump ship from all the hard work that they've done on other social media platforms like Facebook, right? They're not just gonna completely turn off the lights and then come set up shop on Freedom Hard, but they can do both at the same time, and that's kind of the plan, the pitch, if you will, for people to do. And once we get to a substantial amount of users where the engagement is solid, what we would like to see is very much of an operating system like Facebook. But what's not going to happen is we're not going to be charging an arm and a leg to broadcast to it, as an example, your own followers. So what's needed for the app? Well, I need $50,000. That's the short answer. And so it's a hefty price tag, but it's two apps, right? So it's for iOS and it's also Android that everyone is asking about. All the potential in the world is there for the platform that's web-based, but for us to get through the beta testing to make sure everything works as it should, there's a couple of things that need to be addressed. We need to add some stuff, add a new theme, change some of the stuff on how it looks and operates within the groups and the businesses, and then we'll be good to go that we can convert through the beta testing and then develop the apps and then roll them out and then start to market it significantly. So that's what I'm trying to do is raise enough funds to get me across that finish line.
Well, did you have a history of working with platforms like this?
No, I really don't. It's funny that you asked that. My background before Freedom Hard was very, very different. So when I got out of the military, I jumped into the oil and gas industry at the same time of earning my undergrad and then my graduate degree. And then so I worked in corporate America doing things like technical development within the energy industry, talent management, human resource business partner, learning and development, those kind of things. So I hopped around from some of the major players within the oil and gas industry. I spent some time in utilities, and then pretty much my last role before I jumped into Freedom Hard was I was with an organization where we created apprenticeship programs for veterans to place them into skilled labor positions while it can help offset some of the workforce, human capital struggles within the construction industry, specifically steel erection. So my involvement within my professional career up until Freedom Hard has really been like a human capital strategist, really. So my background has nothing to do with IT, software development, any of that stuff. But I guess you could say I pride myself on jumping into new environments and learning rather quickly.
Well, that's the benefit of being young and smart. So, would you say at this point that you found your new calling?
Yeah, you could say that. I never thought about really being an entrepreneur. I never really thought about owning my own company until 3 years ago. And realistically, anyone that's known me before, Freedom Heart existed, or before I, got heavily involved, even, just doing social media stuff at all, I was always rather conservative. I lived a very specific lifestyle. I was comfortable in my comfort zone, and I never really needed a reason to step out of it. And of course, that's the complete opposite of what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur, or even an unsuccessful entrepreneur. You gotta jump into the water with all the sharks, right? And you got to figure it out. And talk about being the opposite of conservative. You got to be a go-getter and a risk taker. And so there's been some struggles along the way, of course, like any first time business owner, but it's exciting. It's worth it to know that some of the things that Freedom Hard stands for is well embraced by the masses amongst the population, right? So, at a time where things like free speech seems to be like a lame topic, and no one seems to really care about it just because of how we're used to operating inside, the Goliath of like Facebook. It's time for change, right? So that the time is now to really rock the boat and start something new. I have a very solid vision of being the number one competitor against Facebook. They should not continue to believe like they own the monopoly. Things are changing, and times are about to change completely for them.
Well, I think from what I've seen of the platform that you've created so far, you have a good shot at that compared to other platforms I've tried. In the meantime, quick question. You said that one of the things that really calls to you is working with veterans with depression. Do you have any events or anything coming up? that you're participating in for that?
There's none that are, well, yes, there's some. There's Restore the Constitution is an event that's happening November 9th. That's an event that's plastered all over Facebook. I've done some in the past couple of months. We've launched several, I think 5 or 6 Patriot Pride marches, where we literally go into the cities where patriotism doesn't seem to exist in other place like it does in other places. So typically blue states, very liberal infested cities like Chicago, Philadelphia, and we hosted some events like Patriot Pride marches. And so that really wasn't marketing specifically Freedom Hard or me, and obviously not the platform, because we didn't even talk about it at that time. But those are some of the events that we're involved in. It's not necessarily an event that's catering towards veterans, but catering towards patriots in general. I consider patriots the hierarchy. So something that's different about my brand versus these others, that these other brands that are out there, they're very much gung-ho and all about pride and being a veteran. That's cool. I'm a vet too, but the hierarchy for us is patriots. So you don't have to be a veteran to follow or enjoy the things that Freedom Hard is about. But you definitely have to support things like patriotism and freedom.
Excellent. So what is it that would you like for the audience here today to do?
So help spread the word. Go to freedomhard.com, check out the platform. It's free. And of course, there's hundreds of users that are joining daily. Get in there, see what it's like, help spread the word. If you have a business or you're involved in other groups, by all means, you can join whatever is already on Freedom Hard already, or you can create your own. The platform is pretty much a blank sheet of paper. It's got everything you need essentially to do everything that you can on Facebook, and that's what I'm trying to do. Get the word out, and if anyone is willing to invest and help make a donation so that we can cross that finish line to get the apps rolled out, by all means, that definitely helps, because it's an uphill battle, and eventually we'll get there. But everybody wants to make it happen sooner than later.
I love this. Absolutely love this. Chris White, new member of the family. Welcome to Mojo 50, man. We love you.
Thanks for having me.
It was a struggle, but you did a great job. I'm going to hang up now. Bye, Chris.
See ya.
Bye. Oh, we did it. We did it. I can't believe I made it through that call. Okay, so again, Chris White, Freedom Hard, man. Go to freedomhard.com. You can also find him on the Facebook, you can find him on the Facebooks. And you can find him on YouTube. Watch him his videos, subscribe, give him some likes, give him some support. I want to find some of you people on Freedom Hard tomorrow. This is That's What She Said.
That's What She Said. Every news story comes with a happy ending.
Graduation parties,
Bar mitzvahs,
weddings,
bat mitzvahs.
it's all coming up fast. Have you found the entertainment yet? You need a DJ, a KJ, or an MC with experience, quality equipment, and a killer playlist. You need the World of Audiovisual Event Services. Waves. Visit musitech.net and book your Waves entertainment now. Waves.
Fuse AV, the fusion of today's technology with custom design. Ease your business into the 21st century while retaining your company's style and branding. We custom design audiovisual solutions for businesses big and small. You'll be so successful your wife will finally quit her job and make sandwiches like she's supposed to. Ow! Educated in sound engineering with decades of experience, visit musitech.net.
Visit musitech.net for more information about Fuse AV.